Am I the a-hole for canceling Mother's Day celebration that I arranged for my wife after hearing what she told my son? I, a 37-year-old male, have a 13-year-old son. I was a widower when I met my now wife, who has a 16-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. For the most part, our family gets along well. My son is the quiet one in the house. He keeps to himself a lot, but not in a way that concerns me. My wife and stepdaughter, on the other hand, are the complete opposite. They often encourage him to be more outgoing, join in on activities, and attend gatherings with extended family. My son has told me that he feels like he's being forced out of his comfort zone and that his need for space isn't being respected. I talked to both my wife and stepdaughter, asking them to give him the freedom to spend his time however he wanted. They apologized and promised to let him be. As Mother's Day approached, I decided to plan a surprise celebration for my wife. It didn't stay a surprise for long because my stepdaughter let her know so she could prepare. Yesterday, I got off work earlier than usual to finish the final arrangements. We planned to celebrate at a restaurant with her family. When I got home, I unlocked the door and, as I was walking in, I overheard my wife and stepdaughter talking to my son. My wife was asking my son to convince me to let him stay home and not come to the restaurant. He asked why, and she told him that his introverted and socially awkward attitude would make her family uncomfortable and ruin the mood. He promised that he would be well behaved and try to interact with everyone, but she dismissed him, saying she didn't believe him. He kept reassuring her, but then she snapped and told him that, technically, she's not his mom, so she didn't understand why he wanted to celebrate Mother's Day with her so badly. My stepdaughter then made some backhanded comment, one I don't even remember clearly, and that's when they both noticed me standing there. They froze, staring at me in shock. I told my son and his stepsister to go to their rooms, then turned to my wife and told her the celebration was cancelled. She immediately started arguing, demanding to know why. When I told her exactly why, she tried to explain that I had taken it out of context and only heard part of the conversation. I told her I was done arguing, and my decision was final. She yelled, asking what she was supposed to tell her family and saying I was making a huge mistake. I ignored her while she threw tantrum after tantrum. Early this morning, she took my stepdaughter and left to stay with her family. So far, she hasn't called or texted me once. Right now, the house is full of tension. More than anything, I just feel hurt. Yes, I had planned the celebration, but what she said to my son was too harsh to ignore.